Just to be part 2 of was Jesus Christ real, or is Jesus Christ real? So yeah, you have to understand that from what I've been told. Now, to be really honest with you, my dude, I could be totally wrong about what I'm saying, and I'm fine with that. You know, what you do is you follow the evidence until it leads you to a conclusion, or not a synopsis, or a conclusion. Yeah, I think, yeah, synopsis. Yeah, what the fuck am I saying? You follow the clues until it leads you to a synopsis. And once the evidence is so profound, you can go ahead and say it's true for you. But what you have to understand is my truth might not be your truth. My truth might not be your truth. You got to make your own truth. And that's why our world religion, in my opinion, when everybody believes the same thing, is a tad bit foolish. Because everyone's different in design. So how could you have them all follow one version of God? The Bible basically says that if you don't believe in that God, then you're going to a place called hell. Hell is nothing but the underworld, the world that you go to after this. Now, what you have to understand is, when you do, now I'm not telling motherfuckers to do drugs and no dumb shit like that, bro. Like, this is all your choice. This is what you do. But when you THC allows you, THC, DMT, shrooms, acid is a government, you know what I'm saying? It's like a factory drug, but I mean, to some aspect, you can see that shit when it comes to that. All these drugs are nothing but fucking, the drugs are not the best thing in the world because it fucks up your human body and all of that type of shit there. But in a sense, certain drugs can take you to a higher level of consciousness or take you to different realms. It opens up gateways. Certain things do that. To be really honest with you, see, nothing means what you think it does. People think the term gateway drug means a gateway to other drugs. It does mean that on a mundane level. It does mean that. But on a higher level, that means a gateway drug that opens up other gateways, in my opinion. My opinion. It's just not factual evidence. So you ain't got to go fact check. I mean, you can fact check it if you want with the other shit that everything I'm talking about. But you don't have to like jump all up and down and do circles and shit and get the typing on your little keyboard. You ain't even got to do all of that goofy ass shit. But what I'm saying is, you know, I'm so-called conscious, right? And I'm smoking fucking cigarettes still. Something I got to deal with, not you. I don't even use that word conscious, to be really honest with you, because people sling that word around like pizza, like the word pizza. Like, I might go eat some pizza. It's just not even like, it's almost damn near meaningless. You know, people sling that word around like, you know, I'm conscious. I'm conscious. See, a quick interlude. One thing that really makes me laugh about, I would say African Americans, especially with the conscious thing, is you guys are really conscious until you hear something that makes you uncomfortable. Oh, you know, like the fact that on the hieroglyphs in ancient Egypt, which you guys love to recite so much, they have men on there fucking. I've seen them. I've seen them. So, and it's like, oh, I can't get with that. But I thought you were conscious. Conscious means that you're open. Conscious should mean that you're aware of everything, and you should be more open, you know, open-minded to other things. That doesn't mean go out and be gay if you're not. That's not what the fuck I'm talking about. But to sit there and basically bash gay people with the same religious doctrine and ideology that you had before, in my opinion, is foolish. You said you were conscious. So everything that they've basically taught you, you should already understand, is a fucking method of control and fear. Doesn't mean you got to accept every fucking body and blah, blah, blah. You got to respect everybody and understand maybe there's some, maybe what the fuck they're doing, maybe there's something to that. Maybe there's something to it, because if you look at it, it seems like it's homosexuals and bisexuals and lesbians' time right now. It's the time to do their thing, be open about it, and nobody's cracking them over the fucking head with a fucking shovel. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. That's what they do. Not to say that if you're not that way, don't become that way just because you're so-called conscious. That's a goofy's way of understanding what the fuck I'm saying right now. What I'm saying is, you should understand, like, man, well, damn, like, you should come to your ideology like, well, they were fucking in ancient Egypt, so maybe the homosexual agenda isn't a Caucasian thing. Even though, no, there is a plight on the universe to make men more feminine and women more masculine. in the food and the chemicals in the air and the chemicals in plastic and toys that the children have and whatnot. There are certain chemicals that alters the functions of the body. Most definitely. Duh. We know that. But if you're going to be open-minded, you should be able to understand why certain people are doing what they're doing and not looking at them as aliens and like this is a new phenomenon. A lot of older people always have this thing where they sit back and they just say, this is a new phenomenon. It never was like this. Yeah, gays were never open back in your day. They were never open to walk around and just be fucking gay. But they were there. It's not a new phenomenon, you fucking goofy. Like, it's not a fucking new phenomenon with your old religious ass. It's not a fucking phenomenon. And if I curse a little bit, I'm sorry. I just kind of give you the hard truth, bro. There's no sugarcoating it. My mom used to always say this shit back when I was a fucking kid. But OG used to always say, I'm not going to sugarcoat things for you. I'm not going to sugarcoat the shit. It's not going to happen. So that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to walk around, get this fucking light out of my face. You don't have to walk around with a dress on, but at the same time, you should be a little bit more open-minded to them. You know what I'm saying? To what the fuck they doing. You should be open-minded to that shit a little bit more than you are. Not in your foolish doctrine of, oh, I gotta get married to have sex with my girl. Like, you a goofy for that. Marriage wasn't even, man, that motherfuckers was monogamous before marriage, dude. That's a new phenomenon. Same thing, back to the Bible, which is the core essence of this video. Same thing with the Bible. You know, a lot of you guys aren't Christians. A lot of y'all motherfucking Christians ain't fucking Christians. You know, a woman or a bitch or whatever the fuck you want to call it sucking dick the night before and then want to go to church on Sunday, praising Jesus on Sunday. Saturday, you was just sucking dick. Cursing and shit. Cursing at your children, putting your hands on them. But you're a God-fearing woman on Sunday, though. So get out of here with that fool shit, man. Y'all got to really get over that. You got to really get over yourselves. The self-ego can be something that's really destructive, bruh. Now, you need it. You ain't going to walk outside fucking ass butt naked. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to walk up to a chick like, bitch, I want to fuck. Unless you're, you know, a follower, whatever the fuck, or however you talk to women. Unless you're a goofy motherfucking dude, you're not going to do that. So your ego keeps that in line. But when you're getting your ego because you're making some money, or you think you understand spirituality, or you think you understand what religion really is. My bad, I got a message on my phone. That's when you get into your ego and you know, you're fucking yourself up because you're all in your ego. You're not supposed to be all in your ego. You're supposed to use your ego when you have to use it. Maybe I shouldn't come on my mom like that. That'd be disrespectful. Let me go ahead and tone that down. That's your ego. Keeping you in line. Telling you to brush your teeth every fucking day. Wash your face. You like that chick that live across the street, right? So you might want to go outside with your fucking shit together before you walk out there and she sees you looking all fucking bummy and shit. That's your ego, bruh. You don't let that shit rule your life, though, to a point where you got a couple of $1,000 and you think that you're this, that, and the other. Because I'll tell you this, like right now, I'd rather be more spiritual and broke than rich as fuck, and I don't have nothing about spirituality. Like, for real, that's how I would rather be. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get back to the point. I somewhat believe that one of the meaning of everybody's life, because we all got our own meanings in life and stuff that we're supposed to do individually, is to figure this matrix out. Because this isn't a real reality. Like I've said before, Earth is nothing but a realm. Earth is not a planet. It could be named as a planet for your mundane understanding of what to call this bitch. But this is a realm. Get that through your fucking head. This is a realm. This is not a planet. This is a realm that you've brought yourself into or was brought into. That's what this is. This is a realm. This realm is a holographic understanding of what you really are. Like me, I don't even exist right now. You got to understand that. I don't even exist in a higher sense. I exist down here. This is why you can't walk through walls and, you know, fly. Because in the prison of Earth, Earth is a prison. If you think about it, that's why there is gravity, so that you can't go higher up. You're not going to fly to other galaxies and escape this bullshit. You got to live here every fucking day of the week. Now, they say they're going to Mars. Who says they're not? They might be, they might not be. We don't know. They say that we're finding life on Mars and all this type of shit there. That could be some fuck shit, or that could be some real shit. Now, how would you really know until you went to Mars? You can theorize all you want. You can think about it all you want. You can talk about how realistic it is for you and all that. Oh man, they going to Mars. They got pictures and shit. Until you hit Mars, until you leave out of this plane, you burst through the atmosphere, and you're witnessing this for yourself, stop it. Stop it. Because what they tell you is a lot of shit. And most of this shit is to provoke either hope or fear. That's very important. But anyways, I believe that everyone's path in life, it all involves one thing. Figuring out how to get the fuck out of here. When you leave here. When you're because you have to understand, like I brought up earlier in the other video, when your mind speaks to you, that's out of this world. That's not of this world when your mind talks to you. When you have a thought, but you can think that to yourself, that's some shit that's out of this third dimensional plane. That's like fifth dimensional shit. You're breaking the fifth wall with that shit. When you think, every time you think. That's where the saying, from darkness comes light. Doesn't mean Jesus Christ is gonna, that's metaphorical understandings about what you have. Everyone has a God particle. That's your third fucking eye. That's your third eye. That's your God particle. That's the God in you. You know what I'm saying? That's your God particle, my G. That is not, that's not some shit to be taken lightly. That's why you can basically manifest what you want to manifest as long as it's mundane in this sense of earth. If you want to walk through walls, or you're waiting for Jesus Christ to come back, or you want to be able to fly, or instant transmission, you're going to be waiting for a minute. Now this universe is a very vast universe. So it doesn't mean that one day, I don't know, possibly humans can evolve to such a state. Or maybe we came from such a state, but we've devolved ourselves here. We don't know this. You have no idea. So you got to understand that, this is only a temporary place. That's why you can think in your mind. That's truly you. I'm sure some of you guys have already heard this shit before, but I got to tell motherfuckers again because it don't seem like motherfuckers really be understanding this shit. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to become perfect. It's not going to happen that way. The body doesn't allow you to become perfect. Why do you think that you have to eat? You must sleep. You know what I'm saying? You have to think about something before you do it. You have to learn. That's the body's inhabitants against your soul, basically. Against your real spirituality. That's it taking away from what you are. In Middle Eastern philosophy, if you motherfuckers would really do your research and just stop talking from your so-called heart chakra, you know what I'm saying? Not to disrespect anybody, but motherfuckers really be kind of talking out the lip with some of this shit they be saying. They be talking out their neck with some of the comments they leave. You know what I'm saying? I guess I got to get used to that shit. But, yeah, if you weren't trying to get into your heart chakra, if you weren't so-called heart chakra, because what you're doing is not heart chakra work. That's your human ego and compassion that's stepping in the way of your spirituality. Whole different fucking thing. So don't even try to misconceptualize that shit. It's not that. You feel me? But, so when you guys are basically, I think I just lost my train of thought. But when you're basically sitting back and you're trying to have love for everyone and save everyone, you got to understand that's not meant to be that way. Now, and I do believe that if you don't learn in this universe, you will be reincarnated again. Until you finally figure this shit out, because there's a way to maneuver. I've never been there. I don't know 100%, but for what I've studied, there is a way to maneuver through the underworld so that you could possibly move on to higher realms in Earth. Now, this shit sounds far-fetched, science fictional to some of you motherfuckers, but nothing about this universe is normal if you think about it. You just woke up here one day. I woke up here one day. We all did. And we looked up and we're like 15 years old, and it's like, oh shit, I'm in high school. Then you woke up one day, you're 35 years old. It's like, oh damn, I gotta take care of these kids. I got a wife. I'm supposed to give her love. Love is important. Hate's also important too. They're all just polarities of yourself. Why do you think that God made evil and good? He made them both. He made Jesus Christ and the devil under one breath. And some, religious motherfuckers will sit back saying, he made that so that he can test your faith. Why would a God, let me ask you a question. Why would a God that's beyond human thought process, human thought waves, human thought consumption, human consumption, human attributes, a human thought process. He's without all of that, right? It's not a he, but you niggas love to say he. It's without all of that, right? Why would he give a fuck about your faith so much? I know, right? Because they put you down here, right? That's what a normal motherfucker would say. Understandable. But you have to understand, why did they put you down here, though? Maybe he didn't put you down here for what you think. Why, I mean, not to say that God does this. The conversation of God is a whole other thing for another day, though. I'm not even gonna break this down too much. But the so-called God, not even that put you down here. Because 9 times out of 10, you guys came down here on your own merit. You came down here on your own, I want to come back to earth and blah, 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 blah. But the person that started this universe, that's a total different thing. Not going to really get into that right now. Because I'll be talking for hours about that fucking shit. But, about what I've learned about that shit. But, yeah, so you really think that God really made all of this and evil temptations to tempt you? It's a part of you. So therefore, you're not held responsible for stuff like that you do in the spiritual aspect. Maybe while down here on earth you are. You go to jail if you shoot a motherfucker. But spiritually, it's been programmed in you when you were brought in the Matrix to kill and do dumb shit. So-called evil things. You're programmed to do so. So why would he hold you up so in a higher regard to not do those things if he even gives you the thought to do it? If life was how the Bible says that it is, and all loving and everything's supposed to be all nice and pleasant, there would be no other side to this. In my opinion, there would be no other side to how it is. It just wouldn't be that way. And one thing is, good and evil changes over paradigms, bro. That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers really like to have this conversation of that's good and that's evil. Good and evil changes over time. Some things that they could do back in the day, we can't do now. And something they couldn't do back in the day, we do every day. So then you have to really ask yourself, what the fuck is good and evil? What's the right and wrong thing to do? If it can change over time. Very, very big anomaly. If you can, it's complex. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's complex to even think this type of shit. Not to get into myself, I'm just saying anyone is out there that's thinking like this, but that's the first step though. It's only the first step. But, why would that be that way if it's not designed to be that way? Why would there be some evil people on the earth? Some people you just can't fucking stand, but then there's like this nice old lady that lives across the street, always speaks. She's the nicest motherfucker you ever seen in your fucking life. Why would it be like that if it's not supposed to be like that? If that was the, and then also another thing with Christianity is excuse me, the fact that the fact that the Bible would have been around before anything. You really think that Earth started 4,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago? You really believe that? Where archaeologists are finding statues of a lady named fucking Lucy from 2 million years ago. How could you possibly think that Earth started 2,000 years ago? These are the holes and the flaws of what people call the Bible, the truth of spirituality, the true religion. All this bullshit. You really got to, dig deeper. If motherfuckers can agree that they're lying to us about this, that, and the other, and why would they do this, you got to understand everything falls in line with that. Everything. There's nothing that you've been told that's exactly what the fuck it is. It just doesn't go like that. It's just you have to question everything once you're a conscious person. Everything. Even if it's something that makes you uncomfortable, you have to question and say, well, this is really so-called wrong, because good and evil is nothing but a man-made construct of behaviors. That's all it is, bruh. This is not to say go outside and shoot people. Come on, bro. That's some foolish ass shit. And if you think I'm saying that, you a dumb fuck. Because that's obviously not what the fuck I'm saying. What I'm saying is, good and evil, it changes over time. So you never really know what it is. Just like the Bible says an eye for an eye in certain aspects. Oh, no, we live in a different time now. We can't do that. But I thought God's word was set in stone. So wouldn't that mean that his word's always going to apply the same, no matter what time you're living in? These are the type of questions that people these are eye-opening questions you really have to ask yourself and really come to grips with, rather than just using your fake emotions, your human-made emotions, because none of us are really technically human. And there's an argument that white people are not human. To be really honest with you, they're human. Well, that kind of makes sense. But there's an argument saying that white people don't have a soul and all that type of shit there. I don't know that. I don't know that. I can't really sit back and be like, yeah, they ain't got no soul. I can't do that because I technically don't all the way know that. Now, you can do your evidence and look around to figure these things out. If you don't know a word, you can always use context clues. But what I'm saying is, I don't know that per se for myself. I don't know that. So I'm not going to say that. But we all have souls, supposedly. Maybe we don't. Who knows? We all have souls. And it's all bigger than this this plateau that we're on. I was about to say planet. You know what I'm saying? But it's bigger than this. That's why strange things happen around the galaxy and around this Earth and around the galaxy as well, and we don't fully understand it. It's bigger than just being a human, get money and fucking bitches. That's what these hood niggas talk about all fucking day in this city in Chicago. That's all these niggas that's all they think about. So there are some motherfuckers out here that are a lot more conscious than what you think. But yeah, I feel like I'm rambling at this point, so I'm gonna let this shit go. If you guys like what I'm saying, go ahead and leave a comment down there. Try not to be too much of a fucking dick. You know what I'm saying? Try to be fucking respectful and shit. You know, like the videos and shit that I'm putting up right now. If you like what I'm saying, you know, give me some encouragement on that shit. So, you know, subscribe to the page, like it, dislike it, whatever the fuck you're gonna do. It's totally up to you. But basically give you spirituality from Rude's perspective, and I am Rude, so that's what I'm talking about. But I guess that's it for that. You guys stay safe out there and be cool out here.